evolved, possibly the world's largest water fight. First order of business, find the water weapons. What's the difference? Size, duh. The Corral de la Moreria is considered to be the cathedral of flamenco art. You can tell Enrique was a little apprehensive when I asked him to go for a ride, but after a short pause, he said okay. Thank you very much, man. I'm Drake McElroy, professional motorcycle dude, Red Bull X Fighters judge, and all-around curious guy. With the Red Bull X Fighters World Tour, I get to go, you guessed it, all around the world. Would you pass up an opportunity to see the world on somebody else's dime? I've been to Spain loads of times, but it's always business, in and out, never got any leisure time. This establishment we're about to enter is called Botín. It's the world's oldest restaurant on record. We're gonna learn how to shave some animal leg and have a sweet Spanish meal. I think roasted pigs and lambs and awesome things. I was curious to know how the house specialty cochinillo asado, which is a roast suckling pig, was prepared. And Efren, the restaurant manager, was kind enough to oblige me. How long does it take to prepare the pig?
Yeah. 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. Pig and lamb at the same time.
Do they come with the heads?
Yeah, we have.
Look at the little guy. Pig's not very old, right?
3 weeks.
And that's
only the milk.
Gotcha.
After 21 days, they probably eat more food.
Okay. All right. Can't wait to taste it. This is definitely a Spanish pig. There's no passing it off as any other. Cochinillo asado was the most tender pork I've ever had. A simple dish in an atmosphere rich with history. We're gonna chop up some animal leg, or we're gonna shave it delicately. Efren wanted to give me a quick lesson on the art of preparing lomo iberico de bellota, a kind of Spanish prosciutto. Am I just going for it, or there's no technique?
20 years. You need 20 years for that perfect.
How long have you worked here?
20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
A little shy.
Tomorrow you can work here, no problem.
Thanks, man. Yeah, the food at Botín was super kick-ass. We're headed to the Wurlitzer Ballroom. We're gonna go see some rock and roll and wake up a little bit because my belly's full. It's only 11:30. Pretty rare to finish up dinner at 11:30 in Spain. I don't think the senior citizens start going to dinner here till like 9 o'clock. We're heading into the Wurlitzer Ballroom. We're gonna watch the new Christ play, and I think it's going to be awesome. You should never set any expectations about things, but maybe we'll set little ones. Let's go. Tessa. This is Alvaro, and he owns the Wurlitzer Ballroom. I come here for work, and you go out afterwards, and it's some like discotheque place, and you're just like,
what we try to say is that this is your home, far away from home. Enjoy, grab a beer, grab a check.
Consider yourselves accomplished, because like at my home, like this is, if I went out with my friends, we'd go to a place, it would be inside, there might be loud music, you'd be drinking beers, you have a good time. Like,
okay.
This is that spot. How long has this spot been open?
4 years. All of a sudden you get lucky and find a place with a license and go for it.
What's your like long-term goals for this place?
Long term for this place, we'll love to, if people come, hey, oh, the myth, the Wurlitzer, the place where these guys played.
For my last day, I was able to score a Harley-Davidson to tour the Spanish countryside. I went to España en Moto, a motorcycle tours company, where I met up with Diego, our tour guide for the day.
Welcome to Spain.
Thank you, thank you.
I suppose you will like the trip we were going to.
Where are we about to go?
We'll go to El Escorial, later to Segovia. Sure you will like it.
Excellent. Well, thank you. We're getting super rocker over here. Though I'm not normally a Harley rider, I harnessed my inner Sam Elliott and was thoroughly enjoying myself. The countryside actually reminded me of parts of California, save for the 1,000-year-old stone walls. Our first stop was El Escorial, the historical residence of the King of Spain, located about 28 miles northwest of Madrid. Philip II had it built as a reaction against the Protestant Reformation sweeping through Europe in the 16th century. Intending it to serve as a monument to Spain's role as a center for the Christian world, he also intended it to serve as a necropolis for himself and his parents. Since then, it's where most Spanish kings have been buried.
We're headed to Segovia. We're gonna grab some food, which is rad because I'm famished. And by the way, yeah, me for getting to ride a motorcycle through Spain.
Diego suggested we eat at one of his favorite spots called El Cordero, where the owner showed us how to tell when the cochinillo asado was done.
El cochinillo, para ver si está bien hecho o no está bien hecho, por eso se parte con el plato. En estas tierras se cría riquísimo pajar de tifora, de buen punto, ¿ves? Le tiramos ya para...
It's a little too cliche to say it's so soft you can cut it with a fork, so they cut it with a plate here. The succulent pig was just the appetizer. For our main course, we had the house specialty, tender roast lamb. Used to watch a lot of Flintstones. I polished it all off with a local liqueur called Liqueur de Herbes, which, as you guessed it, is made from local herbs, apparently served in a glass supplied by the Mad Hatter. Back is a little punch. It's got a menagerie of tastes. We just polished off some lamb at El Cordero, which is the Spanish word for lamb. And it was awesome, but I'm stuffed. So we're gonna go on a little stroll and digest for a minute. We've been informed that this was built in the 1st century by the Romans, and it's 2,000 years old. And there's actually no mortar or cement or anything that holds it together. It's all literally the weight of the blocks stacked on top of each other, which seems pretty sketchy, but obviously they did a good job because it's been here for 2,000 years. On my way back, I decided to make one last stop at one of Segovia's great landmarks, the Alcazar of Segovia, a fortress castle built in the 12th century. It was the favorite residence of many kings of Castile. It was rad to stand here and let my mind transcend time, imagining what battles may have taken place in the surrounding hillsides. Maybe it's where they kept it cracking. It was getting late in the day, and having one more mountain pass to cross made me eager to get back on the bike and hang some turns in the fading light. One notch for travel, one notch for riding. Give the little guy some breathing room.
Let's twist the grip and get back to Madrid.
When we got back to Madrid, Diego had a surprise for me. The surprise was to hang out with some of his motorcycle club buddies, talk shop, and kill one final cerveza. I gotta say, the perfect way to end my trip.
All the boys of my generation dream with have a Kotak 49.
These guys are pretty cool. They just, at their drinking spot, just want to bring out all their old iron and hang out at talk shop on the balcony. This has been the best trip I've had in Spain of all the times I've ever been here. This was definitely like, ran into the better characters and everyone was really nice and just got to go to good places. It was sort of a good times trip. Hi, welcome to Russia.
Hey, let's go for a ride.
Alright, this place is called Sexton. Russians got a lot going for it, but race is not one of them.
Tasting the Moscow River. It was pretty sweet.